Why are companies going to managed service providers versus doing it themselves? I mean, why do you essentially go outside rather than dealing with internally?
There's a challenge with expertise. Managed service providers kind of take that idea of recruiting and retaining talent, technical talent, off of the plate of the business owner so that they could focus on their business. So your managed service provider will help you optimize. Though they should be able to bring in the right technology, but more importantly, secure it in the right ways. You can discuss business problems with your managed service provider, and they should help you with the technology path to solve those problems. It should be an additive.
Logically, you do offer managed services yourself. What do you do to make it clear that you are a good match for someone who comes to you?
We have a size and scale that's kind of unique in the managed services space, or a larger MSP. We're private equity backed as well. It enables us to systemize a lot of our work. So we have a system-based integration. The way that a ticket comes in, the way that it gets passed through a queue, the way that that data gets processed. If we compare that to like a lot of smaller MSPs that are out there, they're mostly personality driven.
Having a production flow, a process that is visible, that people can see even before they even were to work with you, that gives a level of comfort and a level of trust like, oh, not only have they done this before, but they do this in a very process-oriented way that can be sort of comfortable, that could work within my organization as well. And I'm assuming that's what you're shooting for.
Yeah, and that process also has to be somewhat malleable.
Everyone is sort of coming to the table with an existing infrastructure of their IT and their production process. So I'm assuming that's part of your interview process too, as well.
Oh yeah, understanding, exactly what each individual company needs. Each individual company has something that's specific to them, and MSPs have to be able to adapt to that. There's always a one-off here and a one-off there, even though we can keep a largely intact foundation underneath. And I think that's where in order to grow to a size like Logically, these are things that you have to master. You have to be really good at this. The biggest challenge for MSPs is doing this at scale. We have focused teams. So we can scale and we have redundancy, but we keep the relationship pieces intact at the same time. Those are reinforced by systems that store data and store preferences and the intimate needs of each individual customer, so that anyone could reference that.
So let's boil it down. What are 4 things that everyone should be asking and thinking about when looking at a managed service provider?
Something that's become more and more important is the integration between cybersecurity and the IT services. And traditionally, these were kind of separate industries. We had MSPs and we had MSSPs. So having those combined into one operation where information could flow from the managed services, the IT side, to the cybersecurity side, or vice versa, is really important to have that seamless interaction, particularly when an event is unfolding, because they're just different skill sets. The proactive identification of risk. So like this starts with the governance level and I think flows through to your active threat detections. And again, this is going to be focused on the cybersecurity side, but has involvement from IT services in almost every case.
And Logically has some kind of threat intelligence program going on at this point too?
We're made of a number of different MSPs and an MSSP added in. So this is something that we do very well. And we have these teams that are separate but combined, and we've established these pathways for data to flow and needs to flow back and forth.
You talk about also investment in your success, which really gets down to the partnership thing we've been talking about.
You want your MSP to invest in you too. We host a conference every year called LogicCon. It's free for our customers to come to, and there we go through all different aspects. Whether it's budgeting for IT, to cybersecurity, to mental health, and how do we keep our employees healthy and functioning.
And then the last one is the built on resilient and innovative systems, which I know you would Logically do. What does that mean?
We're not dependent on the personality base, so everything is structured. We could remain consistent over long periods of time for any individual customer while being flexible, of course. And then we continue to innovate. This is one of our core values, is to be innovative and agile. I think these are the 4 biggest things I would say that would be the most impactful looking for an MSP.
Well, if you are looking for an MSP yourself, well, guess what? You can go check out what they're doing over at Logically. Here, we're going to put up a web address. Go to logically.com/lets-talk. LETS-talk. Logically.com. Let's talk. Go contact them. They can kind of walk you through the process and ask you the questions you're probably not asking yourself. Go check them out.